To proceed to get you what you need. After all, this is gonna be the KIC. Get you ready for the battle of the first day. It's gonna be Beijing Weibo versus Wuhan eStarts, and I'm just so psyched right now to be inside the stadium to watch this game live right in front of our eyes.
Exactly, they're just now sitting on the stage, right?
That's right.
Behind us. And we know that they're already played so many times, do so many trainings for this one game. And actually, there's a detail that we didn't mention is that both teams actually changed their head coach.
Yeah, I feel like this new version, they need to have more coaches coach them on more knowledge, because since this patch is really unfamiliar to them, a lot of players haven't noticed about the AoE heroes, so a lot of things are not that familiar to them. So adding these new coaches is going to be putting more knowledge into their criteria.
Yeah, wow, I mean, check the arena.
Wow.
Wow, the crowd.
The crowd's here, everybody's here, everybody's online watching us right now, and the intensity, you can just feel it inside the room, and I just can't wait for them to pick out their first hero. Is it going to be an AoE hero, or is it going to be an original hero that we already know?
Yeah, since this is a new patch, we got 22 totally new heroes from AoV, so we don't know what kind of heroes they're gonna select for game 1. But what about, let's just make some predictions. What you think that this gonna be the top 3 picked popular AoV heroes?
I'm pretty sure, one of the heroes I really like about this AoV version is Zip.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, Zip. The Tasmanian speed demon. So this hero is super cute, and it can do a lot of different tactics. I don't know, you just have to find out for yourself. I'm just giving you a little bit of tease right now, but the audience, some of them already know. So just keep it to yourself.
Well, but Zip play as a support is more like a strategic support. He's playing the role just like Da Qiao did, once it goes to the strategic things, you may have seen a lot of, spectacular things to happen on the field. For example, maybe you can steal the tower, maybe you can do some insta initiation. You don't know, but by using that support, we know that it's gonna be one of those popular heroes.
Yes, definitely. Very, very tactical support, as I mentioned.
Lumber.
Lumber actually is really like a similar hero to one of the supports in our original version, but with some slight changes. I would say it's a total buff over the old version, but you just have to find out for yourself. It's gonna be super OP, I feel, as a support in this version, tailor-made for KIC.
Yeah, I mean, Lumber, since I would say it's much more stronger right now, right?
Yeah.
Because he can knock back the enemies by his first ability.
Yes.
And actually the support, the Roma from Wuhan eStarPro Ziyan, he's a great aggressive support player. So I guess maybe Lumber will be his favorite hero in this patch.
Yes, I'm putting my money on Lumber. I feel like Lumber has to appear in this first game or second game. I mean, the support is just fantastic.
Yeah, we don't know, but we are gonna check it out for game 1. Let's see.
Oh no, Zip is gone.
Zip's gone.
Yes.
So does Anna, Slims, and Butterfly. You can see both teams, they ban away 4 heroes from AoV.
Definitely. And those AoV heroes are just sitting at the ban spot at the moment. But here we have Aya as the support for eStarPro, and also versus Beijing Weibo we have this Virus, and also Caffeine is going to be chosen. So far, everyone it's an AoV hero except for my Shinui getting picked up by eStar. Maybe at the moment, still in the air right now, still deciding, and also with Terry as the ADC so far.
I just can't believe what's happening right now in the VP phase, right?
Yes.
So far, we can see 4 AoV new heroes have been picked out, and it seems like Beijing Weibo, they try to prioritize their farm lane. They try to use mid and with this Caffeine, right?
Yes.
To be so powerful to winning themselves the most dominating lane.
Yes, Beijing Weibo already have a lot of firepower. Picking up that Caffeine means a lot. I feel like Caffeine in the AoV version got a little bit nerfed, but the loss damage is gonna be covered back by me. So I feel like Caffeine is gonna be in her golden period in this game.
Yeah, and Caffeine will be considered as a late game hero, but it doesn't mean that she won't be that weak in the early game. Actually, she's quite good at doing lanings.
Yeah, I feel like laning wise, she's very strong. She's just a little bit squishy, but she has those mobilities where she can dodge, and also, you know, she gains a lot of attack speed, and that attack speed is converted into damage in her passive.
Yeah. You can see, actually, utility mages has been banned away, but for Beijing Weibo, I've been waiting this hero for such a long time.
Yes, this hero, everybody, this hero is Murad, and similar to Levi, and
yeah, you know, once you mention the word Levi, a lot of our audience definitely would know why Beijing Weibo is in favor of this Murad.
Yes, and you know, it's one of their star players, and they're gonna be picking up this Murad, and he is gonna do a lot of trouble, double trouble. So you know, you just have to wait until to see what this man can do with this hero.
Yeah, Murad will be one of the most signature hero for Lin Heng. And the last pick, well, actually, they're doing the draft so quickly.
Yeah, they feel like they already kind of know what kind of composition they want.
Be well prepared.
Yeah, we got Lorian on Beijing Weibo for the last pick, and we got Zuka and Zanio for the picks. The last two picks for eStarPro. So yeah, a lot of tankiness on eStarPro. We got the Magic Assassin in the mid lanes, Chinron playing that Maestro Nui. So a well-balanced, you know, kind of magical attack, kind of damage. But over here on Beijing Weibo, I feel like they have a lot of attack power and just Virus just tanking the front line. So they're not really having much front lines in this game for Beijing Weibo.
Yeah, and I feel like these two teams are actually playing in different strategies. Like for Wuhan eStarPro in this patch, it seems like they try to highlight their mid laner, Chinron, right? Because Maestro Nui will be his most signature hero, right?
Yes.
His comfort pick.
Yeah.
It's well known, Maestro Nui. And it feels like they try to let this Xenio protect Maestro Nui, right? To do the initiation or try to clean up the battlefield or whatever. And they try to let the farm lane to play defensively.
Yeah, maybe another prediction is that, you know, actually this Terry might go mid because they're facing two enemies at the farm lane, me and Caffeine. So maybe Anya is going to go with my Shinui on the bottom lane in the early game, you know, in the early phase, while shifting its power to the mid lane. So, you know, give mid lane more leeways to do this job.
Yeah, and as for Beijing Weibo, they're trying to, you know, highlight their top side of the map. Right, top side of the map, they let Lin Heng to pick that Murad. I just can't wait, you know, because Levi in HOK is a little bit weak, you know. So it's been a long time.
The damage tickles a little bit, you know. Not much is there, but Murad, I feel like this is the
so
OG
different.
Levi. So you know, it's bringing back the power that the Levi used to have back in the day. So it's gonna be super cool to see that happening in this tailor-made version.
You know, I'm wondering when they first played this new patch, it seems like Lin Heng would say something like, "Oh my God, it's finally my time."
Yes, this hero is back in my hand. The damage is just insane. I mean, you just have to wait until the late game. But early game, I would say Beijing Weibo has to watch out because I feel like Zuka and Zanio could do a lot of damage in the early game, especially in the invasions. I feel like an invasion coming up, maybe like 70-80%, but you know, Weibo has to watch those invasions. You can't just lose your red buff, your blue buff in the early 2 minutes of the game. It kind of gonna slow your farm down. So definitely Weibo has to watch out for that. And eStarPro might, you know, have a lot of different options. Go for the blue, go for the red, put pressure on the bottom lane, or gank the top lane early. So a lot of unlimited options in this tailor-made version.
True. Because like Wuhan eStarPro is more like a scrappy team, right?
Yeah.
They're always going for the team fight, and as for Beijing Weibo, they're kind of like hold on a little bit in the early game and make sure that they can prioritize their junglers, which will be Lin Heng, and let him to carry the team out. But after all, this is game one. This is the very first game in the whole tournament. So
that's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Let's go. eStarPro on your left versus Beijing Weibo on your right. And the battle is going to start. All forces is going to be moving out right now, and you just can hear the crowd in the stadium behind me cheering on their names, cheering on the players' name, giving them really a lot of motivations to play right here.
And as for the opening, actually Beijing Weibo did some set for the opening. They tried to poking some damage on Maestro Nui. They tried to cut Chinron off.
Yes, actually surprisingly, you know, two support in the mid actually helping out the mid mage. And Lorian versus this Maestro Nui is going to be a battle. I mean, Lorian, I feel like he has those burst damages, but I feel like this mage Lorian is going to be a little bit more damage dependent, magical item dependent, more than my Shinui. My Shinui can build that burst damage early.
Yeah, and initiation, what kind of matchup Beijing Weibo will do by using their hero will be one of the questions. Maybe they're just trying to let this Lorian to, initiate.
Oh, yes. And also here, my Shinui getting taken down so low, so early. That means Li Bai can actually take the River Spirit in the mid, gaining him more goals. So definitely, this Linghan player playing with Mirage, definitely he do want to farm up as much as possible, try to avoid those unnecessary fights until the critical time.
Yeah, and that's exactly the way that Team Beijing Weibo stick on, right? It always stick to this kind of plan. And for Wuhan eStarPro, it's surprisingly that they just, hold on a bit in the early game. But it made me feel like Chinrong want to make something happen right now. He rotates down, flash in, nice combo, first blood.
First blood, such a quick movement, no hesitation whatsoever. Chinrong just nailed that flash with the first ability, getting that stun, getting that first blood. Chaoshi goes down, that's gonna slow him down a little bit. So yeah, great job on eStarPro on making that play happen.
I mean, we mentioned about how great it is, Chinrong, by using this My Shinui, right?
Yeah.
A lot of highlights can be seen in the history of KPL when he's using this My Shinui, and this time they just let him to be the shot caller.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned about eStarPro's fighting style. They're more preferring team-oriented fights, as they have a lot of great communication right there. No vision on my Shinui, and right there flash and level 4 for Chinrong. So
Chinrong just like, easy one.
Yes, right there. And maybe Huajun try to make something happening, hiding in that bottom grass patch. Try to stalk on the scene. Bazooka coming down. Yes, with the first ability, immunity, and he is gonna gang up. And Chinrong going with the stun, getting another enemy. Two more goes down, and they are on the retreat right now. So they just want to, get them little by little, getting a little bit of goal lead in the early game, so they have more advantage later on.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? For Wuhan eStarPro, they are known for their aggressions, and for Beijing Weibo, it's more like they try to link Caphany and also main, but that also means there's no way for them to push back, right? You don't have heroes like Lambert to be so tanky, you don't have so protective heroes, right, to be played as a roamer. You just have men try to empower your Caphany, but that's not enough. How you're gonna defend yourself?
Definitely. Right now, Caphany and Main, they look like a glass cannon right now. They have really, really strong firepower, but once they get gank 2 or 3 enemies in your face, it's going to be really trouble for them to actually bounce back. So definitely they want to keep it safe in the early game. Farm out on those goals and let that attack goes up as high as possible before they can engage in those dangerous team fights.
Yeah, I mean, good news for Beijing Weibo is that once they're from lane, the duo just play defensively. Once we can see the
here's the
fight
fight,
right
and
now.
Lorian initiated that battle. Moran actually picking a double kill. That's a lot of goal for them. And Weibo actually fighting back, getting 3 kills on Wuhan eStar players, and that is Marat. Marat already got level 9, and he is farming up really, really well, I'm telling you.
0-3 trade. That's exactly what I want to say, but I was just being interrupted by that, A-star engagement. I mean, even though Chaoshi and Xin were played defensively on the farm lane, but the problem is no one actually care about Linghan, right?
Yeah.
Once Beijing Weibo just drag all the intention on the farm lane, and Linghan just, be well farmed.
Yes, right there. Huajun trying to take a peek at the grass right here. Xenio jumping over, try to get some stun done. And right now you can see that Caphany and me actually rotated to the top lane right now. And the bottom lane probably is going to give it to Linghan.
Yeah, and Beijing Weibo, the style is just made me feel like they do not want Caphany really carry the team. It's more like they want Caphany and Min to be such a powerful duo to buy more time for Linghan, his Mirage to form up.
Yeah, definitely.
Let them just take down the tower, and that's it.
And we can look back at the replay here. Here it's going to be just more activating its passive, the stuns, and Lorian just go in with the orbs and doing those attacks, teleportation to the orbs, getting those triple kills, 3 kills for Beijing Weibo.
Yeah, and now it's gonna be the time for Wuhan eStarPro to calm down a little bit and figure it out. Well, I mean, like, we already can see the tankiness from Wuhan eStarPro. The only problem is that we can see Mai Shinui Qingyonghua actually be locked by Beijing Weibo. Everyone's watching now this Mai Shinui. So how they're gonna make something happen after Mai Shinui was locked by Beijing Weibo?
Yeah, this is going to be the question that, Wuhan eStarPro has to figure it out. But here's the battle happening. Mirage going crazy, going in with the engagement and crucial engagement on Varus. Wow, and the mid tower already down. Beijing Weibo just doing really, really well, like surrounding this core player. And I feel like Chaoshi and Xingyu just insurance for the end, because I feel like Mirage pretty much can handle the battle by himself later on.
And that's the differences between both junglers, right? Because Murad is known as his assassin skill, right? He comes from nowhere, be so sneaky, and suddenly did the insta kill. But Zuka is more like a tanky jungler, I would say, right? So Wuhan eStarPro, they're trying to do the split push. They try to like Xeno to clean up the wave on the side lane, so does Zuka, and try to buy some time for this farm up.
Yeah, Zuka right here trying to make some engagement. Here's Zanio teleporting in. Chinro goes down, but there's so much attack round happening. But Zuka just jumping in with a 1-1 ability. Double kill on Zuka. That's what I'm talking about. Here is Terry cleaning up the enemy. Triple kill for Zuka out of control here. Mirages go down, and not enough damage is being done here. And you can see how much tankiness the Zuka is. So much tankiness, also immunity, and plus his passive or some of his ability is really sustainable, giving back a lot of HP.
And I would say this team fight definitely will be the turning point of the whole game, because like before the team fight, I would say like Beijing Weibo seems like totally outplayed Wuhan eStarPro, but after this team fight, you can see Zuka just calm down. We mentioned about how great Zuka was just during the split push. That somehow means he also will be well formed, right?
Yes.
The go different is not that bad. He even got 1,000 gold lead against Murad after that team fight. So Zuka, with his tankiness and also with his mobility, he's gonna be so powerful in the mid game.
Yeah, mid game wise, I feel like eStarPro, they have the muscle to do a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So I feel like Weibo, they have a lot of good chance in the super late game and the late game. But I feel like eStarPro, if they can't flex their muscles in the mid game, then time's gonna be running out for Beijing Weibo.
Yeah. Now you can see the solution.
Getting caught, but turning into a squirrel, falling below 40% HP. And the fight is going to be happening. Zanio jumping into battle and getting the kill. Zuka falling really low. He has to retreat, but both teams had to pull back as one of the members of Beijing Weibo falls victim.
But Wuhan eStarPro just achieved what they want because they killed the core player from Beijing Weibo. We mentioned about how defensively Chaoshi played in the early game. It's because technically would be considered as one of those late game heroes, right? But now in the mid game, after he has been taken down once, all those neutral objectives will be in favor of Wuhan eStarPro.
Yes,
just like this.
Here, the dragon, it belongs to eStarPro. And Mirage try to go in for that smite, but not quite make it. But here it is, 7.5k here for Mirage. Still quite a lot of damage actually, versus Zuka, but still Zuka already have 8.8k.
And the Pure Sky.
Yeah, the Pure Sky just bought here on Zuka, so that's a more damage reduction being done on that Zuka player.
Well, actually, we can break it down a little bit about both junglers, right? The picks are different and the playing style are quite different. For Zuka, he only needs to come in and try to soak in all of those damage styles, right? Be so tanky enough and try to threaten a little bit on Cacophony. Because again, Ming will be the dual support with this Cacophony, but there's no way for Beijing Weibo to push back.
Yeah, Ming's just like an accessory, the 7th item, giving that more attack to Cacophony. Cacophony try to, chase away Zuka. Zuka is actually really low right now, so it's going to be really dangerous for them to engage a team right now. Chinron running all the way down. Try to make a play. Maybe it's not happening right now. Mirage jumping over, using ultimate. Chinron barely make it out alive. Zuka has to back out right now. They do not want to contest this dragon, as they do not are looking not much looking really healthy right now. So.
But after Maestro was absent from the field, I would say Beijing Weibo, they can gain the vision control back, and now they're just trying to play around with the Stark Tyrant. They try to force Wuhan eStarPro to give them an answer.
That's right, and this is the 10-minute dragon we're talking about. So
yeah,
it's gonna be super important. You know, getting this dragon means getting some attack buff, getting some movement speed, and everybody's fighting for this. And here is Zaniel try to falling so low, but here Zuka and Zaniel, the double trouble, so tankiness, and they almost got taken out. Anya getting down, Varus 2-man down for Beijing Weibo, but here's Marat going in with the cleanup. Anya goes down. That's gonna be an even trade, even battle, but the dragon maybe is gonna go to Wuhan eStar.
But I mean, like from the maybe like 3 or 4 minutes on, it's all of those highlights are made by both junglers. They're just being so stunning, right? With the cold player at the battlefield.
That's right. Marat trying to go, take a peek right here. A little bit harassment. The dragon did come out of his pit, but Zuka ended up taking it. Oh my, just so squishy right now. Marat has so much damage. Also, Zuka is just unstoppable.
Can't believe it.
Tank, and he getting that bloodthirst. Everything is just going so well for these two junglers right now.
It made me feel like both junglers are really into this game right now. Do you see? Like every single time Marat had got a kill, and Zuka definitely gonna pay something back. And Zuka now is trying to being so sneaky.
Just like a tiger, stalking up on his prey. But you can see that Varus is kind of protecting the sideways of Chaoshi, and try to make sure no one is flanking this Caffeine.
Yeah. So after like they win those team fight for Beijing Weibo, they're trying to play around Caffeine, and now
Zuka
they caught Zuka
in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Why would he be that? Because I already saw him recalling back, right? Hiding in that bush.
Yeah, small detail. If you recall, actually, the enemy can hear that recall, even if you're inside the grass. So, if you hear that recall, someone is nearby. So, yeah, Zuka goes down. That's going to leave the mid lane open. The second tier tower goes down, and Weibo is in the league already.
5 people remaining there, and now they're just gathering together, trying to utilize that vanguards and pushing forward. And now they're aiming at high ground tower at the bottom.
Yeah, Zuka is back online right now. We want to see them defending that bottom tower. That high ground tower is so important. If it goes down, that means your enemies gets the super minion. It's going to be tougher in the later game of the stage.
Wow, a lot of back and forth right now in game 1. First it was Beijing Weibo got some advantages. Oh, first it was Wuhan eStarPro, right? Got that first blood, and then it goes over to Beijing Weibo. And by using this Mirage, Linghen just do a lot of insta-kill.
Yes, definitely. And that Linghen, that Marat is going to get so much more powerful as the game proceeds. He already got the Siege Breaker. That means, which enemy have less HP is going to deal more HP with that Siege Breaker on. Look at that damage. Look at that distance. He's actually in his own jungle. Using that first ability, he's able to shift 2 times forward, actually creating a really, really long distance and getting those ultimate unleash.
Yeah. To be honest, like for Marat, his first ability allowed this hero to come from the mid-lane tower to the high ground tower.
Yeah,
right?
even like the river to the fountain.
Yeah,
which is
like
super
that's
scary.
insane because like it's limit, right? For the whole map, it's just like a small map in the gorge. But such a long range, attacking range, allow this hero not only do some insta-kill, but also to gain the deep vision control for his team.
Yes, and we're now moving into mid-game. Mid-game actually, one thing is really important, vision.
Yeah.
If you do not have vision, you might be too dangerous. That's why Varus is checking out the grass all the time. Flashback, Zuka try to gank Varus, but Varus is super, super smart, and they do not want to confront Zuka at this time. Zuka just really extra buff right now.
Yeah. And here's the detail. The vision, we mentioned about the vision. So you need to gain the vision for yourself or everything will be unknown, right? And for Wuhan eStarPro, after they fall behind a little bit, they just let Zuka and also let Maestro to hide their vision. So actually when we're checking the vision right now from Beijing Weibo side, they have no idea where Jinrong was, where Lu Suyuan was. So that's the reason why Beijing Weibo just back up a little bit. Because after all, they do not have a a classic or typical tank, right? To bring the vision for themselves. They're a little bit squishy right now,
Yeah.
and they can't stand for a loss in the mid game, especially it's already be in 15 minutes.
Yeah, but eStarPro, the time is kind of running out because late game, morale and caffeine is going to be out of control. So definitely try to end the game. I would say before 20 minutes if possible for
Wait.
eStar.
Chak Chinrong, Mai Shnui already be in his position. He's now at the rear of Beijing Weibo.
Yes, I'm feeling like some potential plays some kind of flank coming around the back with Zuka combining with my Shinui. My Shinui might getting that fan all really close, but the engagement is not going to be happening right now. Wuhan eStar is not going to be able to make the engage. Weibo are smelling something different, so they are smelling maybe some kind of dangerous situation is about to happen, so they need to back off right now.
And Wuhan eStarPro seems like trying to force the team fight. They're trying to push Beijing Weibo back, and they gain themselves the Dark Tyrant to empower them about the ability to do the team fight. That's what we mentioned about, right? Wuhan eStarPro, they're so aggressive, they're so scrappy. So I do like the way how they're gonna handle their deficit. When they fall behind, they never just, hiding behind their high ground tower, try to clean up the minions. They know that it doesn't work, right?
That's
It's
right.
only time issue. So instead of doing that, they're trying to bring the vision control to themselves, or by hiding their own visions to be such a great threat towards Beijing Weibo. So that's a reason why we're actually observing the map from a third perspective. But from the players' own perspective, from Beijing Weibo side, they had no idea where Luo Xiyuan and Qinrong was.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing it, from third perspective. We see a lot of things that these players don't see, and they just, but they actually feel stuff. They feel like it's something is not, the sensation, the sixth sense. They know that someone's hiding in that grass, or someone's, behind that bush. So definitely, this Weibo team, they know what eStar, their playing style is gonna be like.
Destroyed a
And
tower.
it's only gonna be one team fight. I got that kind of feeling,
Yeah.
Maybe we're waiting for the Tempest Dragon, we don't know.
Oh, right there. So much damage coming from Caffeine. Chinrong just barely made it away using that flash just to stay alive. Zanio, they might want to back up right now. They're missing the damage from Chinrong. And what I noticed is, Weibo are just sticking together like a really tight coordination. Their formation is really, really good. They got Caffeine in the middle just in case there's flanks behind the back. But they're going to lose that dragon right here. Terry actually has a lot of damage and that attack speed ready, and that capability of hers in her kit. So it's going to be a lot of damage also from Izhen. That damage is going to be going really, really crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can put it in this way. Actually, for these two teams, since they're being so sophisticated with this game, with this map, so actually they're playing the visual game. Right now, this ambush and trying to force them all back.
Yeah, hope that's good. That Varus, checked the grass, and she's tank enough to get away.
So it's gonna be the time for Wuhan eStarPro to make a lot of things happen, because like the double dragon are in their hands.
Yes, and also, there's, map presence is going to be really good. Also, their map control right now is looking really good right now. They got the dragon. They're moving up into their jungle, so they have a more chance of getting this Tempest Dragon. If they, can knock down one member of Beijing Weibo right now, they're able to make it back to the dragon and get the Tempest Dragon in time before that members come back alive.
Exactly, and if they want to do this, they need to use the flash to do some engagement.
Anya try to go for the engagement. Anya's ultimate can actually, flash into the engagement.
here
But
he comes.
Zuka goes in with the immunity. And look at that. Zanio jump in. Terry goes in. And look at that. Liu Shiyun is out of control.
The Vanguards are in the crystal, and eStarPro, they're being so eager to the victory, but it's gonna be the time for Beijing Weibo to fight back. It's gonna be the Murad. The ulti has been breaked. He respected the destiny, but can't make it happen. It's gonna be still in the turn of Wuhan eStarPro. They're taking down the middle
But the
tower,
dragons
but
are
the
moving
dragons
in.
are in the crystal, and they're just gonna fall that last kill and then go for the crystal. Game one. Congratulations to Wuhan eStarPro.
Bro, congratulations. Last man standing. Main couldn't do nothing right there. And Wuhan eStarPro just wiped the rounds for Beijing Weibo right there.
I do like game one, you know? It's
game
just
one.
like being so explosive. A lot of things are happening right there in the field.
Yeah, I feel like, Wuhan eStarPro's playing style is really team-oriented. Everyone is kind of balanced and stuff. So, Beijing Weibo in this game. They have really a lot of powerful heroes, but they stick together all the time. And eStar knows that.
Yeah.
eStar try to gank all of them at that time. And if they make a successful gank, they can make everyone go down. And I feel like every time they try to make a possible ace,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen a lot.
And that's why we mentioned Wuhan eStarPro. They are known for their aggressions.
Yeah.
They're always trying to, make a lot of things happen, try to initiate, and try to win the game by team fights.
Yeah.
And it's maybe because they're so confident with their own mechanics, right? Because they're so good at playing those heroes. And what really is surprising me is that actually when we take a good look at the draft, there's like 8 out of 10 heroes are new heroes.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. Only 2 heroes that we know that are from the original version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, the first game, wow, like such excitement. You can see that Zuka performing so well. Morale actually performed quite well. But I feel like they don't have actual frontliner to take all the damage.
That's a problem.
And it didn't really buy a lot of time for Murat to really clean up the enemy.
Like for Beijing Weibo, they already achieved what they want in the mid game, right? They gain themselves the towers in advantage, they get some gold lead, but the problem is since they do not have a actual tank, right, to guard their visions for them, so you can see like how Wuhan eStarPro was playing, handling that deficit. They just let Shinron, let Maishlenui, and also Zuka to hide their visions, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of caused the unknown threat to Beijing Weibo and force them back till under the high ground tower. And that's how Wuhan eStarPro, they're trying to handle the game in totally another way.
Definitely. I feel like it's like almost like a psychology game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just hiding in the shadows. You do not know when I'm gonna strike, and definitely eStarPro is just doing it so well, just placing the heroes at different positions in the map, so they have no idea where they are, so they're afraid to move, and that fear just kind of dropped them back a little bit, and little by little they just force them into their own high grounds.
Yeah, actually this kind of play style just remind me about a new hero, Sinestra.
Oh, Sinestra.
Well, we're the pair from Wuhan eStarPro,
maybe.
right?
With a name like that, just sounds so elegant. You just know this hero is gonna be very, very super powerful.
And the passive for Sinestra allow this hero to hide his vision, being invisible, just like Prince of Flan 1.
Yes, and also she has a lot of passive. Like I just don't know where to start. She can just control her HP. She can equalize her HP with the enemy. She can absorb HP. She can use her HP. Actually, her HP is the source of energy. You can use your HP to deal damage. You can bring it back. You can actually even heal your enemy if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that made me wondering if Wuhan eStarPro is really good at those vision games while they select that Sinestra, right?
Wow, they already good at vision games, and with the Sinestra, yeah, they have more options, more possibility. They're gonna bring that vision game to a whole new level.
Yeah, that's gonna be so daunting, I would say.
Yeah. That's gonna be like
uncertainty.
Like Beijing Wave was worst nightmare.
Yeah. But I do believe that it's not gonna be a lot of pressure in Weibo because this team is known for making miracles.
Yeah, definitely. eStarPro, definitely, they made a lot of miracle in the past. Actually, the past KIC winner from last year's is Wuhan eStarPro.
Yeah, actually they won the championship for 2022 KIC, and as for Beijing Weibo, they were the third place in last year's KIC.
So this match
so competitive.
Already competitive. I feel like today's game is kind of like a preview already of the final. What's it gonna be like? You have two high contenders, from last year's championship, and you're bringing them in on the first day of the match. That is just straight fire.
Yeah, and I would say like even when the game go to an end, it was an even gold.
Yes.
It was almost even tower, right? And it's more like how they're gonna handling, how they're gonna do those team fight. Whoever win the team fight, whoever win.
I feel like that's the thing. Like in most cases right now, like all those goals are equalized. It's all about the team fight. Team fight allows you to win. It gives the chance for you to take objectives.
Yeah.
It gives you the chance to take the dragons, the towers, their jungles, their resources, and just force your enemies back into a corner. So it allows you to go forward with it and, destroying the crystal. That's the way to win the game.
Exactly. And just check the goal line.
Yes,
Fluctuated a
back
lot.
and forth, up and down, kind of like a tug of war right now.
Yeah.
And Beijing Weibo actually, they did really well in the beginning. They have so much damage, it's just so insane. And I feel like eStarPro has to engage at the right time. If they make one single mistake, everybody's just gonna fall.
Exactly. And first game MVP goes over to Luo Siyuan.
Yes, Luo Shiyuan with that team fight rate of 92%. He was always there at the right time and just carrying the game for the team.
Yes. And actually we saw the turning point. It happened around maybe 11 or 12 minutes. Let's just recheck it in the replay, right? That was the turning point. Zuko comes in, come down, and bring the team back.
Yes, he's bringing the heat. Look at that. Everything immunity, and with the tankiness of Zaniel's ultimate coming in healing Liu Siyuan, and look at that triple kill, and Mirage just not as happy about that right there. And this is the ending game, like the end game. Everyone jump in at the same time. There's no way for Weibo to face the annihilation, the threats coming in from Wuhan eStar. That moment, everyone just falling with them to Wuhan eStar.
Yeah, and team fight is exactly what eStarPro want. First, they do like those kind of aggressive playing style, and they can just rotate Zuka to play as a tank. Right?
Yeah.
In the mid game, because of Zuka's tankiness, he can also utilizing his mobility and try to dash in to the backliners and cause great threat towards them. And after that, he just can bring the visions and be the initiation machine.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see it from this match that, a lot of heroes from, Wuhan eStarPro has a lot of stuns, a lot of immunity, a lot of tankiness. So I feel like still tank is super important. As you know, in this version, we have the purple jungle blade, and we have the same minions. They're colliding at the same time. So those heroes that really can assist and rotate different lanes before didn't have that advantage anymore. So this version might be affecting some of their playing styles.
Yeah, and as for Beijing Weibo, well, I would say they did quite a good job in the early game. But again, mention to the tankiness, right? Mention to the tankiness is only because they do not have a really solid frontliner, right? To guard their vision for them, to be so protective. So it's more like their comp is a one-way game, right?
Yeah.
You need to snowball the game all the time. But after Wuhan eStarPro just hiding their visions, and you are so afraid of pushing those minions too deep in the high ground tower.
Yeah.
But what if La Machine just come from your back, right?
Definitely.
It's gonna cause big problems. So it just forced Beijing Weibo to come back like step by step. So I mean, like for the second game, for the draft, maybe Beijing Weibo will prioritize more about their front line. For example, like Lumber, right?
Yeah,
I highly recommend this hero.
Yes, I feel like Lumber gives vision, also it gives protection, a lot of stuns, a lot of disables, CC abilities. So definitely one of the top supports I would recommend to any team. So I would like to see Weibo try to implement different strategy for this next game. And since the first game didn't really go so well.
Yeah, and we've analyzed a lot about these two teams, and we are gonna go for game 2 after a short break.
All right.
Red team has slain an enemy. Red team has destroyed a tower. Red team has slain an enemy. Blue team has slain an enemy. Blue team double kill. Blue team